Hi, and welcome to the Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another fun-filled Friday. It's going to have a great podcast for you today.
This is podcast number 79. You are listening to the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. Thanks to you. Thank you guys very much. I've got some exciting news. We've got a review. We've got stuff going on. We've got a great photo here. We've got, this is exciting. I'm thrilled. You seem underthrilled. Underthrilled, that's a new word. As always, we want to start off with a little bit of information about what we did last time. Remember, we're doing a tip of the podcast. Our last podcast, you guys are going to love this. And, well, you regular listeners are going to love this. Don't be a social media douche.
Don't be a social media satanic douche.
Satanic douche. You just took it to another level. That's always happening here.
That's what I remember from Chuck last week.
That was, that was wrong. SD, watch out. We also like to cover a little news. I'm going to mix in some news and some listener feedback. Dean Calhoun was asking if we're heading over to South by Southwest. He wants to get a couple Foursquare badges while he's over there. What's pretty cool is actually put 4 and then like the caret and 2, which is like 4 square, right? And it took me a while.
I still didn't get it.
4 to the 2?
Yeah.
Is he going to get a lot of them?
Yeah. I was like, I just didn't get that. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's 4 square badges. So thanks, Dean. Yeah, our plan is to go. This will be the first conference that we go to. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do. We're going to broadcast a podcast from there, which would be just off the chain, cool. Really, is it off the chain now? Because it used to be off the hook.
I still say off the chain.
Okay.
Because I'm off the chain.
Because you are off the chain. That's what's up. And Jay Roulet, thank you so much, Charles. Spent about 2 hours on the phone with him talking about his internet marketing campaign here in Houston. Jay, frankly, is one of the most educated clients we've ever. He came in and basically he provided us all of those things that we would normally give a client in a proposal, and we're like, thanks. Give us money.
That'll be a check, please.
No, we're going to do some great work for Jay. He's going to come in on Monday, so we're excited about forming that partnership. He's very serious about growing his business in a very serious and organized way, and it's awesome to work with that. Man, I got Darren Booty. He called me a zombie.
Yeah, that's what's
right.
up.
You know, I was gonna wear. I forgot. I was gonna wear my jacket because zombies don't wear jackets, and that way you can't do that shit ever again. Because that was. I was hilarious.
I was cracking up when I saw that. I was like, that's a perfect just still shot right there.
Like, I got to know, was he watching it and he was like, oh, I got to get that shot because that's going to look like a zombie, or does he just, I don't know.
That was pretty cool.
Thanks, Darren. That's awesome. He also did analysis. We're going to make our own comments on your analysis a little bit later today. I wanted to talk about this. We got 3 more likes on Facebook. I didn't write down the number. 72 people following us on Twitter. By the way, you can stalk us along with 72 other people. And you can do that by going to twitter.com/ewebstyle. On Facebook, you can go to facebook.com/ewebstyle. And there's no dash in ewebstyle. You can also hit us up with an email, podcast@e-webstyle.com. We do have a free analysis. We're still marketing. We're still offering this. We'll look at your website, give you analysis from kind of a web perspective, aesthetics and navigation, and also from SEO, which frankly we believe are all together. But we'll give you that analysis for free, and there's no obligation. Just hit us up. The easiest way to do that is now go to our website, which is new as of last week. That's why Darren made his comments on the right. Apparently there is a garish form that you can fill out. But you know what garish means?
I have no idea.
You just know it's not good, right? I was the same way.
I just like that you said it. That was pretty
garish.
funny.
I got to look it up, right? What it means is clothed in vivid color, or distressingly bright, or tastelessly showy.
Okay.
So, we're proud of our garish form here at eWebStyle. So, watch out.
That's
Let us garify. We'll punch you in the face and garify your website. I don't know if that's garify is even a word.
It is now.
Yeah, it is now. It's in the Unknown Secrets of SEO podcast dictionary. We have another listener in Chile.
Oh, that's what's up.
Either that or our one listener in Santiago went and visited Antofagasta. which is, up the coast a ways, Chile. And it's actually pretty cool. By the way, this is how cool this place is. Check this out, Paul.
You sent us a picture?
No, I looked it up.
That's hot.
That's off the coast of Antofagasta. So look at that.
That's hot. That's very cool.
That's like when you play Wii and you're flying around and you gotta like go under that. They stole it from there.
I've never played Wii, so.
No, that's like when I play Wii.
I played Wii Fit once. It was awesome though.
Yeah, Wii Fit. Yeah, that's good. I don't know how that would fit into Wii Fit. You gotta swim through the loop and not die.
That would be more like Wii Vacation.
Wii Vacation.
We sit on the beach and chill
with
and
a Corona.
drink a beer. Yeah, there you go.
And watch the chicks go by. Okay, so a little bit of news. Firefox has an Android beta, so we know Charles is going to be all excited about this because he's the only Firefox guy here. I mean, we all use it, but he's like the, when we have our browser wars, which, by the way, I think would make a great reality TV show.
I think so.
I don't know how, but the title alone would draw tens of people. This is interesting. We're always, whenever Apple's got some stuff going on against them, the Apple iPhone on the back, there's glass. I didn't realize this, but apparently when you put a case on the iPhone and then it's in your pocket and you get a little dirt, it starts scratching the glass, and then those scratches propagate into full-on cracks, and now you have a cracked back of your iPhone.
That sucks.
I did a whole big project on crack propagation, so if that sounded like I knew what I was talking about. I almost do. And then, we never really talk about Microsoft and things that are going with Microsoft, but apparently in their latest patch they are fixing 49 holes.
Oh, you had 49 holes in the first release?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's a lot. Maybe we can do like Beavis and Butthead. That's not much.
Yeah, really.
When they're at the dam.
No,
is this
49,
a goddamn?
The 49 is probably not a lot for Microsoft.
Yeah.
Probably used way more than that.
Yeah, it was 49, and it was it was patch number 356.
Oh, yeah.
We got a review on iTunes.
That's
Woo!
what's up.
And it is a long one. I don't know if this is going to do any more inter-office stuff. Auburn football.
Oh, that's what's up. SEC football. I'm a big-time college football fan. Get you some.
All right. So I love this line. This is Auburn football says that he's been playing in the internet since before Al Gore went off and invented it.
Wow.
You gotta love that because he is the inventor
of the internet.
His website is Blue Sheepdog. So I don't know. I wonder if he needs any blue one-armed widgets to.
We can match you up. We could
to handle
coordinate
the
that for you.
Dogs. He says it's amazing how he's listened to a lot of old podcasts. It's amazing how much how much things have changed over the course of a few months. His only criticism is audio quality, better mic. I think we only had about 2 or 3 podcasts. I think these podcasts now, like this one, is actually good enough. But please give us feedback because if I'm sitting in my quiet office when I'm kind of playing it and listening to it or whatever, and it's not good enough for a car, hit us in an email, podcast@e-webstyle.com, because we want to make sure that you guys can actually hear the information. We're putting a lot of effort into getting information to you guys. We want to make sure that you can hear it. And then we got a subject. Subject of the day.
Before we get into it, I found this article that we're probably going to talk about next week. But it's something, I just found it this morning, and it's something that I had some questions about previously in doing my keyword research, and I know somebody else. Now, I had questioned it, but I just didn't have enough to really think so. And I said, there's something going on with the Google Keyword Selector tool. And there is. I found out today. I read this article. It says, RIP Google Keyword Tool, long live SEO. And we'll get into, we'll do this next week. But if you've been doing some keyword research, Google has shortened the number of keywords that it will give you, right? And basically, I was like, this thing is starting to suck. And here's a term that I want to read. And it basically says, Google has decided marketers should no longer have access to the long or even mid-tail data of search inventory, unless the keyword has demonstrated commercial characteristics historically. So,
wow, could you be more commercial characteristics? What is that? Like from
AdWords.
AdWords.
Basically, they're limiting their keyword research to shit they can sell on AdWords. I noticed that something was changing. I wasn't getting nearly the number of keywords that I was with the old tool. I found that article, and I'm like, wow, this makes a lot of sense.
That's really interesting, though, because, I mean, whether it's long tail or what, if anybody happens to search it and there happens to be a sponsored link there, and they happen to click it,
Mhm.
I mean, that should be commercial for, I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but basically, the guy who wrote it was like, it's probably profit based. But
Yeah, we
as a
know
perfect-
that.
As a perfect example, the guy put in, I have it in the article, he put in Facebook, and Google returned 12.
Facebook terms.
That's it. And I was like, are you joking? 12?
Right,
And it was
you
like,
could
he used
do,
another
like,
one, it came
Facebook.
up 2,200 on another
Oh,
keyword tool.
wow.
And it was just showing how Google, like, do you really think that people are only interested in 12 different versions of the term Facebook?
Yeah, 12 aspects. I
Oh.
mean, we could probably rattle off 12 right now
Yeah,
that
just-
aren't even on the list you
Thank
came
you.
up with. Wow.
But
okay.
I thought it was really cool. I noticed it, and I think that someone else has probably out there noticed it. And if you're using Google AdWords or the keyword research, this is going to have a significant effect on that. And I am now looking for a new word tool, search query tool.
So if you guys have a favorite keyword research tool, let us know. We'd like to pass that information around, and if you have to pay for it, great. We'd love to see some review about it and know that it's good if we're going to investigate it. Because if you're only getting 12 for Facebook,
that sucks.
how do
man.
we if we get a client in here who says, look, I want to market to Facebook people, and I want to market to them because I'm, let's say, effectively competition for them, then we're going to say, okay, great, you got 12 keywords.
Google says that you should only be interested in 12 things.
Yeah, no,
so
that's not going to work for our clients.
Yeah, man, that sucks. I'm glad I read it though. It opened my eyes to something that I had questioned but didn't have proof.
All right, so I like the title of this article. It's called "Retargeting is the New Black," which
I guess. I mean, I
should
saw
that say
something
black
that said
hat?
like red. Oh,
I don't know.
There's something that said red is the new black the other day.
Yeah,
I
it was like
really?
white is the new black. I don't know. That's weird.
But today, retargeting is the new black.
Yeah, apparently, and that's today as of October 6th. This article is by Kelly Gillies. I think I actually said
Kelly.
that. Kelly Gillies.
G.
Kelly G. So this is a good article about retargeting, remarketing, what you're going to do with those articles. I mean, what is retargeting?
It's something that I'm glad we brought it up because retargeting and remarketing is something. What's up, Javier? Is something that we're starting to. A nice jacket, by the way.
Thank you.
There we go. he said he stole it.
That's good.
And
that is
out of Chris's closet.
That is retargeting. He retargeted the jacket.
Retargeting or remarketing is something we're starting to get into at eWeb Style, and it's something I'm starting to notice a lot more. So let's say you went to, give your example of the web domain.
I love that. This example is pretty crazy. So, of course, we're often searching domains, and we actually use the interface. I mean, we purchase it from another wholesaler, but we use the interface of, I use their interface of Register or sometimes Network Solutions, mostly Register.com. And so I'm looking up this keyword, and later in the day, and we had some conversations in the prior month about remarketing and retargeting. Later in that same day, because of those conversations, I was really aware of what's going on with the banner ads that I'm seeing. I don't remember what website I was on. I was just on another website, and it literally said, "Don't lose xyzdomain.com," which was the domain I had been searching. So not only did it remarket to me, it remarketed the specific domain name that I had been looking for. I mean, I copied that. Actually, I took a screenshot and emailed it to everyone we've been having conversations about retargeting and remarketing because how powerful is that?
I think it's huge. I had a similar example about 3 days ago. I was on the Texas Renaissance Festival website because I'm a weirdo like that and I like that kind of stuff. And I went to the Chronicle.com yesterday.
You like to get your Renaissance on?
I do. The Houston Chronicle's website is chron.com. I go to it, and there was a banner for the Texas Renaissance Festival. And I was like, wow, okay, I just went there. No, I'm probably not going to buy a ticket this weekend, but they remarketed to me. And that's remarketing. And here I'll read the definition from the article. It says, on the most basic level, retargeting/remarketing is leveraging the visitor audience a site already receives to market more aggressively to that qualified audience. Additionally, most marketers either exclude or specifically target visitors that have completed transactions versus those who have not. Even more complex targeting regarding what content visitors browse can be implemented with many retargeting solutions. So what websites that you're going to, what things that you're searching for are all brought back to you at a later date on a website, and it's a very effective form of marketing. We've actually taken it on here at eWebStyle.
When we talk to clients, we talk about phases. Like, okay, phase one is usually maybe stretching your current internet marketing budget a little bit, because most people are typically under budget for internet marketing. And then we talk about phase 2, 3, 4, and potentially 5, where, hey, this is where we're ramping up. We're proving effectiveness. Your business is growing, so we need to increase pay-per-click. We need to increase spend on SEO. And phase 2 is now incorporated banner ads, banner remarketing, because it's so powerful. I mean, they came to your website, which is some expression of interest already. We can govern the particular page that they went. We can know what particular page they went on. As a great example, in our blog, I have a lot of technical information. We do IT in and around the city of Houston. So I've got things about Citrix servers in our blog. I've got things about WordPress in our blog. And if somebody were to go, end up on our website because they were searched a term about Citrix, we don't really want to remarket to those people. Because they could be anywhere in the country, and Citrix isn't something that we focus on. We really only want to remarket to the people who visited our internet marketing page, or our pay-per-click page, or one of our web design pages, and we potentially want to remarket to them differently, right? Hey, make sure you get the most awesome website. This is great copy, guys. You can't steal this. Get the most awesome website. Don't miss out on the most awesome website if they went to our web design and development page, things like that. So that's one of the powers of remarketing or retargeting, and Kelly calls it retargeting. We're more familiar with the term remarketing, because you're marketing again to somebody who's already been marketed to, and retargeting.
And I think it's great. It's proven that it's effective. It works, and now that my eyes have been open to remarketing. My eyes were typically trained to skip advertisements, period. All advertisements, PPC, banner ads, everything. And now I've just over the past 3 or 4 months, I've retrained my brain, and now I see banner ads everywhere. And now I notice that I was just on that site 2 or 3 days ago, or a half hour ago, and now they're remarketing to me. Now, one thing I would say, we've been doing out a lot of stuff here lately. PPC and SEO and remarketing and email marketing and social media marketing. I would probably say, just like we said in last week, social media should not come before search.
Correct.
And I think this is definitely true with remarketing.
Yep.
Get your search campaign down first. Once you have got that going, or your campaign management company is doing a phenomenal job that we do, then start asking about remarketing. But I would say don't kick search out of the window for remarketing and social marketing. Get your search down first, get your PPC, get your SEO, and then do some remarketing.
And there's some potential situations where, if you're in a highly unknown business, and I think this is a pretty cool example. This week I went to a dentist, and I went to the dentist at, this is exciting, right? Mm-hmm. I went at a dental spa. So, they do facials, they do hand massage, whatever. The ambiance, the environment was very spa-like. They greeted me, they offered me wine and coffee. It's a unique experience, different than the, fear-ridden, shut up, sit down, I'm not going to knock you out this time because it's not going to hurt that much, and, go after it. And so that kind of business needs to be marketed a different way. Certainly if anyone in Houston types in dental spa, they need to come up. Mm-hmm. But they also should be doing some marketing where, some banner ad marketing where they're saying things, where they're branding, where they're educating the consumer about, where you don't hate your dentist, mm-hmm. the dentist you love.
I think that's a great idea. I never thought about it like that, because I've heard of dental spa once probably in my life, but it's not something I would really search for. Or if it's a product I've never heard of, obviously I'm not going to search for it.
Exactly.
Because I didn't know. Hey, but it showed up when I was at, ESPN Fantasy Football, and that,
mm-hmm.
well, maybe dental spa is not a good example, but
Yeah,
you know, you get the point.
Fantasy
Like,
football. Now I can go get my facial.
that's right.
My
and
nails
my
done.
mani and pedi. All for under $35.
Right before I get my Renaissance on, I gotta have clean teeth.
Right before I bust this dude in this fantasy football.
Right before I punch my next customer, I want to have good breath and nice nails.
But I think branding is a great way to use or remarketing is a great way to do also
Branding,
branding, because it's, you know, a lot of things I just never heard before. There's actually a guy that I talked about the home builder guy.
Right.
He'd be a great example for it. I had a conversation with a guy who is a home builder, but he has a brand new way of building homes that's never been done before, using aluminum extrusions. And you know, people don't search for aluminum extrusion built homes because they didn't know they do it. That's a great example. One thing to watch out for when you are considering doing some remarketing, you want to do a cost comparison. There's a lot of different companies out there that do it. We do it. DoubleClick does it. AdBright, Specific Media does it.
And we really think it should be part of a plan.
Yeah.
Right. It shouldn't. You know, if you're doing this all yourself, we understand. Okay, that's, you know, why you're part of the reason you're listening to the podcast. Really, remarketing is part of an entire internet marketing plan that we really come up with kind of on our first conversation, which is here's phase 1, phase 2 includes remarketing, phase 3 increases budgets because we're getting good ROI, a little bit more remarketing, a little branding, or in the case of the dental spa, the branding, I mean the remarketing and the banner ads are going to come in a lot earlier because you can't rely on search for something people don't have information about. So I just wanted to throw that in.
And that's very true. And so when you're thinking about doing it, you want to take a few things into consideration. Obviously, the cost model that they're using, is it cost per click type of model. You also want to look at the marketing company's reach. And basically and here's a line I'm going to steal from this, is retargeting solutions often vary in their network reach and partnerships, though there are many providers that have a greater than 90% reach and have quite a lot of network overlap. So you want to get someone that has, and you know, we actually have I believe it's now greater than 90% reach, that we can get out to a larger market. It's saying you want to choose someone that can find you anywhere, no matter where you are.
Yeah, there's no reason to remarket if the only place they can remarket is fantasy football.
Yeah.
And you're doing dental spa. Because
Exactly.
let's be honest, fantasy football guys probably never got to the dental spa in the first place.
That they're admitting.
And that they're admitting, unless they go to the Renaissance, and they're comfortable with that. So why, there's no value in remarketing on, in that particular case on that website.
Yeah. So you want to find a company that has a large reach that they can basically, they can find me anywhere. I go to the Texas Renaissance Fest website, and then I'm on, JoeBlowMama.com, and they can find me there, no matter where I am on the internet.
Porn site.
It kind of sounds like it. Their reach. You want somebody to come I saw you was on that porn site the other day. We're going to remarket this Texas Renaissance Festival right on top of that. JoeBlowMama.com.
He won't be distracted. You know what? We've been pontificating here long enough. We really should get a truly expert opinion on remarketing and banner ads in general. So you know who I'm talking about. We got
the prince of social media.
The prince.
I said it. I had to give it a little shot.
As long as he's not the satanic king of.
Man, I left my haiku. I was gonna be the king of social media.
Yeah.
Today. I was gonna write a haiku.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. That was just a terrible idea.
Yeah. I was just impressed that you brought in the word haiku.
Yeah, that's all right.
So let's bring in the social media master himself. He's also known as the SEO rapper, and he's helping us here out at eWebStyle often and in big ways. You can squeeze around the mic, maybe. Come on out here and give us your opinion on remarketing and banner ads. Doing it awesome.
Oh, that was nice little ballet dance.
You love our staging, right? It was elegant for him.
Well thought out.
Great utilization of space.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about remarketing? What do you think about and banner ads in general?
I think remarketing. Well, first off, I used to hate banner ads, right? as
Yeah,
you
me
know.
too.
I think everybody did, but I think when used right with the right remarketing campaign, then it can be effective.
Yeah.
And because I hate them.
Right.
Right? I hate them because they get my attention. I always look at them. I don't want to look at them. They're flashy.
I might
I'm
have to
forced
buy
to
something
look at
if
'em.
I look at them.
Yeah, I might like it, and I don't want to like it. You know, cheap. And so, in that case, it may work, especially if you're remarketing me something that I'm interested in.
So I already know he's gonna have clean teeth, clean nails, foot and hand. Next week he's already subject to the marketing we've been doing in this podcast. We're gonna be the neatest, cleanest SEOers in the planet because we've got great Medicare.
No, and I think it's funny how I don't like them either, but when it's like, oh wait, it works and I can actually make money off of it.
Yeah.
Maybe mine's not so bad.
You hate it until you use it and you're like, oh yeah, I hate it, but it makes me X $1,000s a month, so I don't hate it so much anymore.
Yeah, I start promoting it. You got to cook banner ads.
I don't even know why you're on this organic section.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
You need to go with that stuff everyone ignores.
Yeah.
Banner ads. I also wanted Charles to give some input. I mentioned earlier that Darren Bowie gave us kind of a critical analysis, not criticism, critical analysis of our website. Boy, do we appreciate it. He hit us up on Facebook and said, "Hey, are you interested?" I'm a big proponent of getting somebody's buy-in before I thrash anything they do. You asked for it, and no, we really appreciate it. And I know Charles hit him back and said something to the effect that a lot of the negatives, that you came up with were things that we were thinking about. And I wanted Charles to come in and kind of comment on those because I think it's relevant for our listeners to know, what, the first time we put up a website, that's why it's so important that SEO is a monthly service. It's internet marketing is a month-to-month process. You put up a website and then you get, appropriate critiques. Although garish is a bit, I don't know, it's a bit over the top.
Well, shout out to Darren. He's watching right now. I'm most serious in case you was wondering. I was just chatting with him.
Oh, okay.
But truthfully, like you mentioned, it's a month-to-month thing. And with that being said, it's good to know that it doesn't have to be perfect
Right.
at launch.
Yep.
Matter of fact, some of the updates that we'll be making throughout the next, weeks and months will improve our ranking.
Yep, because we're tweaking them.
Because we're tweaking. Google likes updated content. They like changes. So I look at it like this. We were already getting a great rank with Houston SEO, right? With the Flash.
Right.
Just to answer your Flash question. So I won't say it helps, but it doesn't hurt like it did.
Right.
What is the Flash question?
Well, he questioned. It was a pretty much simple question. Is Flash good for SEO?
Yeah, we've touched on this a number of times, and kind of the short answer is no, and then the long answer is, well, if you use it judiciously,
if you overdo it, yeah.
If you use it judiciously, you're okay. If you overdo it and you got lots of text content in Flash,
and I think that question's come up a lot because who was the dude? Ben?
Yeah,
said that yesterday. He was like, "Flash, you guys do Flash?" And I could tell. I felt like he asked it
because he wanted it.
Okay,
that's the impression I got.
Okay, see, I thought he was asking. He was like, I heard Flash is not so good. I've been asked that a lot lately, so I guess people are catching on to the Flash.
When you're not in the industry, you probably get kind of flashes of information, and the flash of information is Flash is bad, right? Yeah. It's great for aesthetics, but Flash is bad. Well, it's not that Flash is bad. It's that an all-Flash website is pretty much unindexable by the Google monster.
It's how you use it.
There we go.
Sound more like a pirate.
Okay, the Google Pirates.
Shiver me Google.
That was pretty good. I'm impressed. I want you to do a whole podcast in pirate.
Yeah.
I would too. I really would.
Maybe at
that's
South.
The sad part. You
I really would.
South by Southwest, Paul will be dressed as a pirate. Do you go as a pirate to your Renaissance festival?
No.
Oh, no.
Come on.
I have friends. I like to keep them, because I have one of my homeboys said that, I'd be like, dog, it's been real.
Yeah, but
don't ever call me
again.
Seriously, the pirate thing at the rim, nah, not cool.
Does he listen to the podcast?
I had another question.
He could get out. Anyway,
Another question. One other comment was that our contact button contact us link look like a PayPal button, a buy button. Interesting observation. Did you want to click it?
That's a good question. Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you want to click it, then job well done. Right?
Yep. And
So-
here's a great because we had already talked about that button a little, and my concern was, yes, it looks like a button and it has a phone number. So does it appear to the user that it's a badge and they're not going to click it because it's a badge with a phone number in it, or does it appear that a button with a phone number in it that they're going to click? And so I had thought about maybe the contact us being underlined so it looked like a hyperlink.
Well, the objective is either one.
Yeah,
Call or click.
exactly.
You know, if you click it, great. Fill out the form. We will be working on. I saw your comments about the form. Total agreement with that.
Yeah, Garrett, man, come on, dude.
You know, but you don't have to click it.
Yeah, the other comments.
Yeah, you can call.
Yeah.
And so I understand totally.
Yeah, so we'll definitely be tweaking that. In fact, we even there's a couple things on the form that we're probably going to do some A and B variant testing on just to see what's more effective, what gets more form submittals. And we'll throw this out there. You know, one of the concepts was should the website be the first thing you fill out? Because if you start filling out a form, you know, we know that people are apprehensive about filling out forms. What they're apprehensive about is giving out their personal information, and so it might be easier for them to say, "Oh yeah, I'll give my website." Oh, I've already given my website, so I'll go ahead and fill in my name, as opposed to, "Man, I don't want to give my name." You know, so they don't even get started on the form. So there's probably some value in that. In fact, we may even need to change it so that the website is the only thing they put, and then they go to a second form where they fill out the rest of the information. That's an A/B variant test for sure, right?
Yeah, we can test it.
That's an interesting concept.
Just from what I've learned, though, you know, a lot of times sending people that extra click, that extra,
You lose them anyway.
Yeah, the double opt-in type deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hardly ever double opt-in. Like, you don't trust me. I filtered out. I sent my email address. Now you want me to click on this link?
Right.
Come
Enter
on.
the last four of your social now.
Yeah.
And some credit card information, just throw it in there. We'll call it card numbers, not credit card information.
To go back to what y'all said, maybe I need to go through the site a little bit more. So that we have a button that looks like a badge. I do. I need to. I thought I'd looked at it.
You were laughing, but it's so true. Like, how many people know what's on their current website? And
So-
The guy who's been working on it.
Okay.
It's funny. Yeah, exactly.
And you did a great job. And Javier.
Yeah, Javier
I meant to
rocked.
say that. Javier
Javier
did
rocked.
a great job. Somebody told me that. I meant to tell you both. Like, you guys, like, the original design was great. The content, everything you did was awesome. Both of y'all. So we have a badge with our website in it, and
It's not really a badge. It's more of a button.
A button.
Yeah.
So is it questionable whether or not people can click on it and call us directly? Is that kind of where it...
Well,
I think Darren's question was the contact us button looks like a PayPal button by now graphic.
so
It was more of a comment.
So Charles is going for it. It's got the phone number. It's like contact us now, and then it's got the phone number. You can click it. Takes you to the contact us form. And so my concern was, okay, does it look like a badge?
Okay.
And they're not going to click it because it's a badge that has the phone number in it, or does it look like a button? And I think it looks like both. You know, so
and the reason for it is we redid the navigation.
yeah,
There is no contact link on the navigation.
to keep it simple.
And so I need to give them a contact place that's, you know, in the same spot
Prominent,
throughout the
yeah.
entire site that's
Yep.
prominent that'll take them to contact page.
Okay, that makes
And
that
so
makes sense. Now.
that's why it's there.
And that's about simplifying content. You know, when we talk about SEVO, search engine visitor optimization, one of our key things is it's got to be simple.
Yeah,
You know, the more simple, the less you're going to confuse. You're not going to overwhelm them with too much information, and then that'll just leave them, you know, paralyzed to inaction. Or there's probably some brilliant phrase. In there.
Here's something I just thought of, and this is
Paralyzed
probably a
to
conversation off
inaction.
camera. What if we did a Skype thing on?
Well, that was his next one.
Yeah, he did say
He
that.
talked about Skype, and the only reason,
real?
he brought it
If
up.
you would pay attention to both the website and the
he
email,
emailed you, right? Yeah, he had a Skype call for link. I thought about the
No, this is
Skype.
good.
Only reason I hadn't recommended it yet is because we need to determine who's going to log in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to be logged on to Skype. Yeah, they can call, but Skype kind of gives them opportunity to communicate with us on a different medium.
Yep.
and you know,
and
we're gonna log in.
We frankly don't use Skype much here, so you know, it's something that we'd have to pick up. There's another thing is we use an inter-office chat feature, and it has the ability to put a live chat, and then you could chat on the website, and then they could chat with the person that they choose that happens to be logged in and live. So I was playing around with that. We'll get that implemented pretty soon. I don't know where we're going to squeeze it in on the website.
Yeah.
But that goes back to the website is always changing. You know, we know that you can close more deals from having a chat feature. You know, we've got technical partners that are doing it. They've got good statistics on it. And so we know it's something that we should have on our website. It's not something that we felt, you know, it's not, there's one thing that I think is a really kind of important rule in business. I'm going all over. This will be my last stop. All right, everybody on the train. And the rule is, you know, there's a lot of people in business who say it goes this way: ready, and then they're aiming, and then they're aiming, and then they're aiming, and then they're aiming, and then they're still aiming, and they never fire. And the way we released our website is the opposite. It was like, ready, fire. Okay, where'd that go? Let's aim. Right? Because in business, it's often just about getting something out there. Right, and then perfecting,
fine tuning.
Because if we waited for this website to be done, it would probably never get done because, well, especially because we're in internet marketing and things are changing every day. You know, we're like, oh, we can't release this week because we have to have Skype. Oh, we can't release this week because we need another type of chat. You know, so get out there and fire.
And not just that, you know, I think it goes towards what we were talking about earlier, our target. You know, our target demographic, you know, for the people who use our business aren't very tech savvy. I mean, truthfully, they probably won't be using Skype.
Right.
They probably won't click contact.
Right.
They'll call.
Yeah.
You know, the form, they will put their website first.
Yeah.
And so, you know, our website is built in a fashion to target who we service best.
Right.
Not necessarily, you know,
everybody.
Our peers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not necessarily our peers. The listeners of this podcast. Most of the listeners of this podcast. Speaking of which, we're a little bit over time. It's great information. I mean, this is really awesome. Thanks to Darren for providing us this critical analysis. We'll get right on top of that sometime.
Yeah.
Paul's actually going to check out our website.
Apparently it's new.
He was so busy working on his haiku, he didn't have a chance to look at the new
575. Nah. It would have been whack anyway. It would have been just terrible.
Thank you guys. You guys have made us the most popular SEO podcast on iTunes. You know, 3,000 downloads a week is phenomenal.
Awesome.
I mean, just phenomenal. Thank you guys. Again, twitter.com/ewebstyle, facebook.com/ewebstyle. Hit us up in an email, podcast@e-webstyle.com. Call us, 713-592-6724. Somebody will answer the phone, and we'll be happy to help you if you've got any questions. We do websites. We got to make sure we mention that. And this has been podcast number 79. Thank you guys for listening. My name's Chris Burris.
I'm Paul Hansen.
I'm Charles Lewis.
Bye-bye for now.